When I started investing into CSGO, out of excitement, I bought a lot of items without knowing what and when to buy. Sometimes I just went all in if I really liked something. I had this idea that whatever looked good would skyrocket in price. Then, someone told me buy old items for best profit, and I did that as well. I was expecting big profits in a short time. I invested a huge amount and had no idea how the market works. Needless to say, no! Due to my lack of knowledge, experience, and patience, I ended up losing a lot of money. If you've had a similar experience or would like to avoid having to go through something like that, this video is especially for you. This is Crest, and I'm back with more tips related to CSGO investing to help you grow your inventory. Start small with limited items. In the beginning, I was really excited at the possibility of growing my inventory without having to spend more real money every time I wanted to buy an additional skin. So, I quickly put a lot of money into a lot of different items, and it soon became quite overwhelming having to keep track of all those items and checking their prices regularly. Hence, many a times I missed the right time to sell them for most profit. The takeaway message from that is, start small, have patience, and try to learn how the price of different items behave with time. Which items give you better profit, which items become profitable faster, and so on. For instance, while choosing what skins to invest into during Operation Broken Fang, the Control collection had a huge supply, and the Ancient could potentially start dropping as souvenirs. Though the chances of dropping of these exact skins are low, and even if that happens, dropping of souvenirs from the Ancient collection might not significantly affect the prices, because souvenirs, as we all know, cannot be used for trade-ups. Still, the safest bet for me out of the three collections remained the Havoc collection. Here, I would like to add that even if you invested into the other two collections, the profit is almost guaranteed, so no need to worry. The prices of all Operation skins usually rise with time, some slower than the other. In fact, if you wanted to invest right now, low-tier items from the Control collection are a better option, as due to being slow on the uptrend, they are still comparatively cheaper and thus are a good investment at the moment. Let's take another example. Selecting from the stickers in Operation Broken Fang was easier, as the Battle-Scarred Holo seemed like the best option because the demand and the rate of application of the stickers for crafts both were high. And like I said in the first point of the first video of this series, it is a hype-driven market. Now, if we think about the recoil stickers, they could also be quite profitable given the low quantity available, but it seemed riskier as the demand wasn't as high. So, I invested only into the Battle-Scarred Holo out of the Broken Fang stickers, and I'm already at 100% profit from that. So, the point I'm trying to make here by these examples is that in the beginning, get involved only into limited, low-risk investments. This will help reduce chances of a loss while you gain some experience with the market, learning what to buy, when not to buy, when to sell, when not to sell, and things like that. And once you've gained some experience, my next point will become quite useful. Diversify. This is in stark contrast to what I suggested in my last point about limiting the number of items you invest into. And I was right back there for beginners. Once you start getting a hang of the market, the next step would be to diversify your investment. It still doesn't mean investing into 100 different items at one time. Too many items and you might lose track of them, hence missing the right time to sell. When I say diversify your investment, I am stressing on a point that investors like to make every now and then, and that is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, because we all know what happens when the basket falls. So, don't put all your hopes into one item. Like I said in my first video, despite you doing everything right, sometimes an investment might not pan out the way you expect it to. For instance, recently during Operation Broken Fang, we had the opportunity to invest into Operation items like skin collections, stickers, cases, and so on. Skins and stickers did prove to be quite profitable. However, cases, not so much. Had you invested only into cases, you would have barely recovered your money. But if you invested into skin collections and stickers as well, even if you did not make profit from cases, you will still be in a good position profit-wise. So, investing in a few different options helps minimize the risk. Stay on the lookout for possible high-potential, low-risk investments and invest a bit every time you see an opportunity, still keeping some balance for the next opportunity. Keep emotions out of it. Don't get emotionally attached to a skin, sticker, or case. Just because you like it doesn't mean everyone else will. And even if they do, the hype may die down quite fast while another piece with a few shiny pixels gets hyped up. You might love a skin, but it might not perform as well and as quickly as you expect it to. On the other hand, a not so great looking skin can do much better just because it is a part of a collection from an operation and can be used for trade-ups, reducing its supply over time. And as the supply decreases, prices are bound to increase. Okay, now I would like you to do something for me. Forget what you know about the price of skins for a minute. Let's say all the skins cost the same. Now, let's look at Orb Atheris. Beautiful skin in my opinion. On the other hand, let's take a look at Orb Silk Tiger from the recent Havoc collection. Well, let us maybe put the two skins side by side. What do you think? Look-wise, I would pick Atheris any day if I had to choose a play skin. Silk Tiger, on the other hand, not such a great looking skin in my opinion. Let me make my point clearer by showing you both in field tested condition instead of factory new. What do you say? I don't know if I'm biased, but Atheris looks a hell lot better to me than Silk Tiger. Now that we've made up our mind, let us look at their sale graphs. The difference is mind-boggling, isn't it? Well, a lot of people were actually hyped up about Atheris when it came out. The hype obviously didn't last, as it belonged to the Prisma case, which has been a common drop until recently, when in a historic turn of events it moved from the prime drop pool directly to the rare drop pool. The future doesn't look too good for Atheris because of the huge numbers of them as well as the Prisma cases available in market. Maybe in distant future, if people have opened up most of the Prisma cases and a lot of Atherises get lost in banned or forgotten accounts, it would rise in price enough to be profitable. On the other hand, the Silk Tiger has already proven quite profitable and will keep rising in price because it belongs to a collection from an operation, hence in limited supply, and it can be used for trade-ups. So, to sum it up, don't get possessive, think of every item as a means to make profit and nothing more. Old is usually good, but not always better. Old stickers like Caro 14 and even 15 and many other old stickers have done quite well and will keep doing so. Even the Vulcans and the Fire Serpents have done well and they also will keep rising in price. If you want items that will have a slow but steady increase in price over the next few years, buy items from the old collections. If you ask me about stickers, old ones like Caro 14, Caro 15, Atlanta 2017, Boston 2018 are all good options. They are sure to give you profit, though the growth would be slow. You will need a lot of patience. Don't expect to double your money in a matter of months. However, that is not what I'm here to talk about. Like I said earlier, we are here to make the most profit possible in a specified period of time, say 6 months or a year or even 2 years. For that, in my opinion, with newer operation skins like Panther Onka, you have a much higher chance of a greater return on investment in a shorter period of time compared to older skins. If we look at the most hyped stickers from the last two operations, namely the Gold Web Foil from Operation Shattered Web and Battlescarred Holo from Operation Broken Fang, even though the Gold Web Foil is from an older operation, the Battlescarred Holo is selling at almost twice the price, which in all probability will increase further. Why so? Some would say that the Battlescarred Holo looks much better, which might be true to an extent as far as crafts are concerned, but then again, most were going crazy over the Gold Web Foil as well when it came out. So much so that we saw a huge spike last summer driving its price past $12. So what happened to it? Why has its price fallen to $3 and stayed there? Well, like I said, it's a hype-driven market. The hype for Gold Web Foil died in favor of newer items. Though unlikely, but it is quite possible that in distant future, the Gold Web Foil gets hyped up again, or gradually its quantity keeps reducing to a point where its price increases due to low supply. Who knows if and when that will happen. So, older items are not always better in terms of profit that we can make from them in a limited period of time. Well, that is all for this video. In case you missed out on investing into the Operation Broken Fang and are wondering what to invest into right now, it might be a good time to look into the Battlescarred Holo and the low tier items, especially from the Control collection, the prices for which have fallen significantly due to the Steam Summer Sale. Oh, and I'm doing my first giveaway, which is going to be a minimal wear M4A4 Global Offensive. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is leave a comment telling me what you invested into this summer sale. And do mention your email in the comment, because that is how I'm going to contact you. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your investments. See you soon with more tips.